Hello everyone, this is John Jenkins, and I want to bring another video from my main channel. And this video is how to build wealth. I've got 5 tips that that will help you to build wealth in your life. And this is something that I'm really interested in right now because I've gotten through the 5 stages of grief. I was at denial, anger, negotiation, depression, and now I've passed acceptance and everything. But anyway, I want to teach you 5 methods about how to gain wealth in life. And I just want to be the change in the world that I am looking for. So, all the types of videos that I wish people would make, all the things that I wish people would talk about, I'm just going to talk about myself, even though I haven't reached that level yet. Or I assume that I haven't reached that level yet. So, nevertheless, without further ado, here are 5 methods for gaining wealth. Number 1, and this is the most important one for gaining wealth. Never ask a Westerner how to gain wealth. That is, don't do it, And I'm starting to see that now, is that the only thing Westerners know how to do is to increase debt. You think of Japan, they owe 2.5 times as much money as they make in a year. The country owes 2.5 times as much money as they make in a year. You look at the United States. The United States owes 100% of what it makes in a year. You look at, Britain, Britain, which recently left the EU, which recently voted to leave the EU, they're in massive deficits. So, with, with American capitalism, all it does is increase debt. That's basically all it does. You can say, oh, well, it increases revenues too, but if your debts equal your revenues, you're basically you're homeless. You're broke. You're broke, and and so don't ask a Westerner how to build wealth. Do a little research and find the countries where people are where find the countries where people where the average income is high. The average wealth, the average where the yeah find the companies where the average income is high, and also where the nation's debt, the debt to GDP ratio is low. And what you will find is that most of these countries are in Africa and the Middle East and Russia. And you research these countries. Learn Arabic and study books from Qatar or Saudi Arabia that teach you how to uh, do business their way. Don't do it the Westerners' way, because America has been in record deficits since its inception, and it's what we're all about. It's just pile on the debt, and we're all the smoke and mirrors with the internet and such. We pretend that we're building wealth over here. So I covered number one and number two, which is number one, don't ask a Westerner, American, Japanese, British, even French, or, you know, uh, don't ask a Westerner how to build wealth. Go to the countries, and number two is go to the countries that are actually wealthy, not only high revenues, but which have low debt to GDP ratio, because you know that's bankable. And number three, think like a CEO. CEOs read on average, well, CEOs read about 40 books a year. And this is the first year in my life that I'm actually gonna finish 40 books this year, at least 40. So the first time in my life that I've read that much, and it's a great little feather in the cap. I don't know if I can do this next year because I got a lot of work I gotta do next year. Uh, but yeah, think like a CEO. Do what CEOs do. You know, you don't have to be an expert in every profession, but understand how to manage people, understand how to supervise people so that you can be in a position of power and so that they can work for you instead of, don't be so quick to say I've got to learn, you know, 10 programming languages. I got to learn how I got to, I got to become a professional athlete and take steroids for 10 years. You know, learn how to supervise. You know, don't study how to be an NFL player. Study how to be the owner of the NFL and the CEO of the NFL, basically I guess the president or the commissioner. I'm not sure what the title is for the owner of the NFL, but study how to be more like him. And number four, and this is going to veer off the track a little bit. You might think that the last two don't really have anything to do with wealth, but number four is clean your home. And uh, you'll feel, if you don't clean your home, you will feel as if you are homeless. You will feel as if you are, as if you will feel as if you are falling behind and you can't catch up if you don't clean your home. Clean your home, and uh, you know, if you have always always have some Windex, and don't do like don't be cheap and buy a bunch of Windex and use it as disinfectant cleaner, because that's not what it's for. If you have a glass, if you have a lot of glass, windows, my computer desk is made out of glass. If you have a lot of glass, uh, clean it off and then use the Windex. Okay, buy separate all-purpose cleaner for the living areas, and then buy separate cleaner for the bathroom. Uh, clean all the uh, clean your clean your toilet, clean your sink, clean your wipe the saliva off your bathroom mirror. You know, because a lot of if you go to a wealthy person's house, they've got 50 times as much surface area as you, but it's 10 times cleaner for some reason, and that's because they understand that wealth is cleanliness is I would say cleanliness is half of wealth. If you know that's where it's at. If you can be clean, then you're halfway there. And I need to take some of my own advice because this desk has a lot of smudge prints on it and stuff like that, and a lot of dust on it. So I'm gonna have to wash this off. But number five, and this is gonna sound way out there. If you want to build wealth, take a nap. You know, and if you want to build wealth, you want to have a fresh mind. You're gonna have to take naps every once in a while. If you're like me and I work from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. So I work 12 hours a day, and if you I'm sorry, 14 hours a day. I'm sorry, I work 14 hours a day. So if you after about a month or so, all that work catches up to me, and I need to take a nap. I need to go to bed early, something like that. So take naps every couple of days, and that will you're not going to there's no substitute for traditional sleep. You're not going to recover all of your energy by taking a nap. You're really a nap is sleeping is substantial. A nap is provisional. You're not going to gain all your energy back, but it will help you get over the hump. A lot of times, when you feel like you need a nap, you're basically you're going through an uneven energy bump. There's an uneven patch in your energy stream, and most of the time, if you uh, go with the flow for a while, it'll pass. But taking a nap when you need it will help you to reboot and recharge, and then you can go 14 hours, whatever, and then you won't have to worry about it. You can go 14 hours and you can have fresh ideas. You can solve problems which will make you wealthier if you take a nap. So, those are my five tips for building wealth. Number one, never ask a Westerner how to build wealth because all they know how to do is build debt. Number two, find out all of the low debt to GDP ratio, high average net worth countries and study their economics. Buy business books from them. Don't buy business books written by an American because Americans don't understand business. And three is to think like a CEO. I mean, preferably preferably not an American CEO. If you can, like the second point applies to the third point as well. Study the CEOs of successful countries, not the westernized countries. And number four is to clean your home. You will feel so much better if you have a clean home. Um, you know, it's hard for me to clean because I have a depression mentality because I've lived through, an economic depression, a personal economic depression. Um, one, well, yeah, I've lived through a personal economic depression, so that's my mentality. I can't let go of all the, I've got like, you know, uh, these expensive candy bar boxes uh, because I think it's like investing, like it'll be valuable someday. I can't throw it away. I've got uh, I've got so many books. So many books. I can't throw anything away because I'm afraid that I might need it. So many letters and so much paperwork that I really don't need, but I can't throw it away because maybe in the future I might need it. So I have that depression mentality, and yeah. But that's number four. Clean your home, and number five is take a nap. It'll help you get over the hump, whatever that low energy patch that you have. It'll help you get over the hump, and you'll be able to uh, move on with your day and have fresh ideas, feel rejuvenated. It's not as good as you know when it's dark outside and you get 8 hours of sleep. Nothing can replace that. But the nap will let you go the distance. You're sacrificing maybe 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes every couple of days, and that'll buy you an extra 4 or 5 hours, uh, as, you know, of extra productivity. So that's my video of how to build wealth. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day.